We often judge the people who raised us by what they didn't do. We judge them by the soccer games they missed, the toys they didn't buy, and the words they never said. We assume their silence is indifference. We assume their distance is a lack of love. But what if silence isn't empty? What if silence is just a heavy box full of things they wanted to say but didn't know how? This is the story of Sarah, a woman who thought she knew her father perfectly. She thought he was a cold, hard man who cared more about saving a dollar than saving a memory. But one afternoon, in a dusty attic, she found out that everything she knew was wrong. It had been 3 weeks since David, Sarah's father, passed away. Sarah hadn't cried at the funeral. In fact, she hadn't really spoken to him in 3 years. Standing in the hallway of her childhood home, all she felt was the urge to leave.
Mr. Jenkins, I really don't have time for a tour. Just list the house as fixer-upper, sell it cheap if you have to. I just want it gone.
To Sarah, this house wasn't a home. It was a museum of bad memories, a place where no was the most common word she heard growing up. She went up to the attic to find some tax papers. She wanted to shred them and close the account. She was looking for numbers. Instead, she found a loose floorboard under his old desk. It wasn't a safe. It wasn't money. It was an old, rusted biscuit tin. And on the lid, written in her father's shaky handwriting, were 3 words: things I couldn't say. Curiosity got the better of her. She opened the first letter. The date was from 20 years ago, the day of her 10th birthday.
Dear Sarah, today you turned 10. You cried yourself to sleep because I didn't buy you that pink bicycle in the window. You screamed at me. You said I was stingy. You said I didn't love you. I couldn't tell you the truth, kiddo. I couldn't tell you that the factory laid off 500 men last week. I was one of them. I didn't buy the bike because I had to choose between a toy and the heating bill for winter. I sat in the kitchen and wept because I felt like a failure. But I stayed quiet. I let you be angry at me because I wanted you to feel safe, not scared. I hope one day you understand. Safety costs more than we think.
Sarah felt a lump in her throat. She remembered that winter. The house was always warm. There was always food. She never knew he was unemployed. She never knew he was struggling. Her hands were trembling as she reached for the second letter. This one was dated the night of her senior prom, the night she left home.
You haven't spoken to me in a week, Sarah. You hate me because I forbade you from going to prom with Mike. You said I was a tyrant. You said I was ruining your life. I didn't tell you why because I didn't want to break your innocence. I knew Mike. I knew what he kept in his car trunk. That night, the night of your prom, Mike wrapped his car around a tree on Route 9. He was drunk. The girl in the passenger seat, the seat where you would have been, spent 6 months in the ICU.
Sarah gasped. She put her hand over her mouth. She remembered hearing about the accident, but she never connected the dots. She never realized her father knew.
I took your hatred, Sarah. I let you call me the villain, because I would rather have you hate me and be alive than love me and be dead.
The last letter was dated only 3 months ago, just before his heart gave out. Inside, there was a bank book and a photograph.
My dearest Sarah, you probably think I don't know what you do. You think I'm just an old man rotten in this small town. But I was there. I took the train to Chicago. I saw you accept your award. You looked so powerful. You didn't need me anymore. And that is the greatest success a father can have. I didn't say hello because I didn't want to remind you of the past you ran away from. but I am proud. I've always been proud. I sold the 1969 Mustang you loved as a kid. I sold Mom's jewelry. It's all in this account. It's not millions, but maybe it buys a bicycle for your own kid one day. Don't be like me, Sarah. Don't write letters. Say it. Say it while you can.
Sarah sat there for a long time. The anger she had held on to for years evaporated, replaced by a love she realized had been there all along.
Take down the sign, Mr. Jenkins. I'm not selling. Not yet. I have some things to fix here. Mom? Hi. No, nothing's wrong. I just wanted to hear your voice.
We wait for the perfect moment to speak. We wait for apologies. We wait for understanding. But time does not wait. Don't let your love be hidden in a box in the attic. Don't let your words be unsent letters. Pick up the phone. Forgive the mistake. Say, I love you. Because the only thing more painful than a difficult conversation is silence that lasts forever.